Inside Out, how are we doing today? That is what I like to hear. My name is Carter, and if today is your first time here at Inside Out, I would just like to say welcome to Inside Out. And if you've been coming for a while, welcome back. We got an amazing evening planned for y'all, starting off with a super fun game, followed by some really fun announcements. And then our very own Autumn 2 is gonna be up here for part 2 of our series, Counter Culture. So like I said, we have a game that we gotta get into, so I need one guy and one girl from each grade to come join me up on stage. One guy and one girl from each grade. Okay, I need one guy and one girl from each grade. Do we have everyone up here? I will explain the game here in a minute. We will get to that. One guy and one girl from each grade. One guy, one girl from each grade. Who are we missing? We're good. Okay, I need all my seniors and sophomores on this side of the table. And I need all my juniors and freshmen on this side of the table. Juniors and freshmen, seniors, sophomores. Okay, I'm gonna start all the way over here. Introduce your name, your grade, and that's all you need to know.
My name's Carmine. I'm part of the sophomore guys.
There we go.
Ashlyn, I'm a sophomore girl.
Woo!
Kate, senior girls.
There we go.
Dylan, senior guys.
Dylan, the senior guys.
Cole, junior guys.
Cool.
Faith, junior girl.
Woo!
Isaac, Rouse, freshman boys.
There you go, there you go.
Kinley, freshman girl.
There we go. So if you haven't guessed already, we are going to be playing a little family feud. So I am Steve Harvey for the night, just in case you were wondering. We have a very fun set of questions, some very fun sets of answers. Before we get to the rules of the game, if your small group is on this side of the room, y'all make some noise for this team. There we go. And if your small group is on this side of the room, y'all make some noise for this team. Oh, this team's got the crowd's favor right now. That's all I'm gonna say. So, Family Feud, how we play. We're gonna have a question. I'm gonna ask the question. Once the question is over, you can hit the buzzer. First person to hit the buzzer is gonna be the team that answers. If you have the highest answer on the board, you can either choose to play or pass. When you choose to play, your team will get it. When you choose to pass, the other team will get it. You got 3 X's. If your team has all 3 X's, then the other team will get a chance to steal the points. Are y'all ready?
Ready.
Do y'all want to know what y'all are playing for before we start? If your side wins, if your small group wins, your entire small group gets a box of cookies to enjoy during small groups. So you want to be loud for your small group because y'all do not want to lose. Now,
Doing hands behind the back or what?
Whatever.
y'all can choose. Hands on the table, hands on the back. Okay, our first question. Representing the Sinhoff family, we got Dylan. Representing the Hines family, we got Cole. We asked 100 men, name something that starts with the word chow. Ooh. Dylan, what do we got?
Chow mein.
Is it up there? Is chow mein up there? It is. There we go. He has got the number 1. Do y'all choose to play or pass? Do y'all choose to play or pass? Play or pass. Let's see. What are we going to do? Oh, we got a pass. So that means that this team is going to get it. Cole, go to the end of your line. We're going to start with Faith. Faith, I'm going to ask again. We asked 100 men, name something that starts with the word chow.
Ka-chow.
Is ka-chow up there? It is not up there. I am so sorry. That is 1 X. We got to the next person. Name something that starts with chow.
Chowd Rusta.
Chowd Rusta. Is it up there? X. It is not up there. Y'all got 1 last X. You have 4 more answers on the board. We asked 100 men. Name something that starts with the word chow.
Chowder.
Chowder. Is chowder up there? Chowder is number 2 on the board. Y'all continue to go. Cole, all the way back at you. We got one. You got one X left, so don't be the person that gets it. Name something that starts with the word chow.
Chowing.
Chowing. Chowing. Is chowing up there? Is chowing up there? Chowing is not up there. Okay, here we go. You got one chance to steal the points right here, seniors and sophomores. Name something that starts with the word chow.
Chow down.
Chow down. Is chow down up there? Chow down is up there, and they have stolen the points. Congratulations, seniors, sophomores. Y'all are getting the 75 points for that round. Now we got round number 2. Whew. This is a tough one. We asked 100 women, name a house you would never want to be in. Oh no! The buzzer must be scary. What's your answer?
The White House.
The White House. Is the White House up there in a house you would never want to be in? It is not. Kate, do we have an answer?
Haunted house.
Haunted house. Is a haunted house up there? It is number 1. Do y'all choose to play or pass this one? Oh, Dylan, the mastermind behind all of this. Let's see. Are we choosing to play or pass? The crowd says play. We're playing it. Okay. Ashlyn, we asked 100 women, name a house you'd never want to be in.
Jailhouse.
A jailhouse. Ooh. Is that up there? A jailhouse. It is not. That's only 1X. 1X. I got it. Don't worry, guys. I'm Steve Harvey. I wouldn't mess that up. Okay. Here we go. We asked 100 women, name a house you would never want to be in.
A rundown house.
A rundown house. Is a rundown house on there? It is not. Okay, you're down to your final X. Dylan Sinha. Come on, Dylan. For the senior guys, name a house you would never want to live in.
Doghouse?
A doghouse. Dylan would not want to live in a doghouse. Let's see. It is not up there. That means y'all got one chance to steal it. Name a house you wouldn't want to live in.
An outhouse.
An outhouse. Let's see. Is that up there? An outhouse. No. 75. 44 going to this team. Let's see. Since we couldn't get let's see what the other answers were since we only got the first one. Let's see what number 2 is. Number 2 is House of Horrors. Oh. Okay. House. Let's see what number 3 is. House of Mirrors. What about number 4? Let's get what number 4 looks like. House of Cards. And House of Straws. I wouldn't want to live in a house of straws either. I don't know about y'all. But we got question number 3. Y'all send y'all's representative up. Okay. We asked 100 Bennett Warriors, name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep.
School.
School. Is school on there? School is not on there. Oh, okay, Carmine, what do we got?
Driving.
Driving. Is driving up there? It is up there. They got the number 1 answer. It sounds like the crowd is in their favor too. Going back to Dylan, we asked 100 Bennett Warriors, name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep. What is your answer?
At work.
At work. That is a great answer. Let's see what's up there. Is work up there? Work is number 2. There you go, Dylan. There we go. Ashlyn, we asked 100 Bennett Warriors where you wouldn't want to fall asleep. What's your answer?
North Point.
North Point. North Point / church. Is it up there? It is up there. It is number 4. Yes, it is. Okay, Kate, all comes down to you. Name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep, Kate.
Bathroom.
A bathroom. Is the bathroom number 3 answer up there? They say good answer, but it is not a good answer. Oh, it's an X. Going back to Carmine, name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep in.
On a date.
On a date, that would be a good answer, but I am sorry, but number 3 is not on a date. Going back to Ashlyn, y'all have 1 X left, Ashlyn. Name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep.
Swimming.
Swimming / water. Fall asleep in water. Is that up there? Is that the number 3? It is not the number 3. Oh, we got a steal that could happen. This could potentially give y'all the lead, so y'all don't want to be wrong right here. We asked 100 Bennett Moyers, name the worst place to accidentally fall asleep.
A bus or bus stop, Steve?
A bus or bus stop, Steve. Let's see, is that up there? It's up there, and they have stolen, and they have taken the lead. Oh, what a turn of events. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. I need your next representative up here at the table. I need your, they have 88, right? Oh, y'all have 44, that's right. They did not take the lead. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all didn't take the lead. Their 44 didn't get added. They have quick math, something in the hundreds. I can't do that. Okay, fourth question. Name something that you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
A snake.
A snake. Is a snake up there in your cereal box? Snake. Snake is not up there. Okay. Name something you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
A razor.
A razor. Is a razor up on, is a razor in the top 5 answers? It is not. Back to over here, Dylan. Dylan, they're yelling at me, I didn't understand. Name something that you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
Hair.
Hair. Hair is a valid answer. Is hair up there? Hair is not up there. We're going back over here. Cole, name something you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
Bugs.
Bugs. Is Bugs up there? Bugs is number 1. There we go. This team is getting the chance to, do y'all want to pass or play? Pass or play? Pass or, they're passing with the, y'all don't even have the lead in your passing? It's okay. Okay, here we go. Who's up for y'all? Who's up? Kate's up? Okay. Kate, we asked 100 breakfast lovers. Name something you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
Nothing.
Nothing. You wouldn't want to find anything because you want your cereal to be there. Is it up there? It is not up there. That is y'all's first X. You got 2 more remaining. Okay, here we go. Who's up next? Is it Carmine? Carmine, name something you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box.
Spoiled food.
Spoiled food. Is spoiled food up there in the top 5? It is not. Oh, Ashlyn, it's coming down all to you. Ashlyn, here we go. Name something you wouldn't want to find in your cereal box. The crowd is being very loud. You got something. Let's hear it.
Stale cereal.
Stale cereal. Is it up there? Is it up there? Is it up there? It is not up there. That means that y'all get the points. Right? Y'all got the points because y'all passed. They got the points because they passed. There we go. Add 30 points to that side. It is like what? 129 to whatever 44 plus 75 is. What is that? Y'all losing? Seniors, sophomores, y'all are losing. We got 1 question left. Send your last representative up to the table. One last question. We asked 100 Batmans. Name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket. That question was not over. I'm gonna give it to Dylan.
No, wait, I still get
Dylan got the answer. You slapped, I made it clear in the rules. Dylan, name something you wouldn't find, or name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket.
A disguise.
A disguise. It is a disguise in the top 5. A disguise is number 4. Y'all get the chance to get a better answer than number 4. What do you got, Cole?
a cape.
A cape. Is a cape in our top 5, preferably before number 4. It is number 1. This team, are y'all choosing to play or pass? Play or pass? Y'all have the lead as of right now. They are passing it. Okay, here we go, Kate. Y'all get all of these. I'm pretty sure y'all are gonna win. Name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket.
A suit.
A suit. Will a suit be in the superhero's laundry basket? A suit is number 2. There we go. Okay, we have 3 and 5. Ashlyn, name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket. Go.
A weapon.
A weapon. Is a weapon in their laundry basket? I don't know. Probably not. It is not. That is an X. Carmine, we're coming all the way over to you. Name something you find in a superhero's laundry basket.
Underwear.
Underwear. Is underwear up there? Is that a good answer? Is underwear up there, or 3 or 5? Underwear is not up there. Dylan, coming back to you. Now this is the game on the line. Game on the line. Name something you find in a superhero's laundry basket.
A belt.
A belt. Is a belt in a superhero's laundry basket? It is in a superhero's laundry basket. They have moved on. Kate, This is the last time for you to actually win. Name something you'd find. Hey, I'm blocking you from the crowd. Name something you'd find in a superhero's laundry basket.
Gloves.
Gloves. She went with gloves, and gloves is not number 5, but I'm so happy that the crowd tried really hard to participate, because guess what number 5 was? Guess what number 5 was? It was, number 5 was invisible socks. Oh, y'all were so close to winning, but that means that this team has won. There we go. So if we could get their box of cookies, each of y'all gets a box of cookies. Here's your box of cookies. Oh my gosh, Layton's got the rest of your box of cookies. There you go. Congratulations. Oh yeah, I'm so glad that all of y'all decided to play today. Woo. That was a super fun game, y'all. Congratulations to our people who won the box of cookies. Y'all go and share those with your small groups. But now we have some exciting announcements, and that first announcement is Camp 75 registration is officially open. Y'all make some noise for Camp 75. Woo! Take out your phones. I want y'all to scan this QR code right now for registration. Save the link. You do not want to miss these 2 weeks. They're the best 2 weeks of the summer. Boot camp will happen in June, and we'll get to go out. You'll be on a team. We'll go to Houston. We're going to have tons of fun. And then Camp 75 will be here at North Point. We'll be in the community, and we'll be serving our community. It is a ton of fun. And then our final announcement is that early bird registration closes next Sunday. So register before next Sunday, because you want to be a part of that early bird registration before the price goes up. So register, scan this link. You do not want to miss these 2 weeks of the summer. They are the best 2 weeks of the summer. And then now our very own Autumn 2 is going to be up here for part 2 of our series, Counter Culture. So y'all give it up for Autumn.
Awesome. I am so excited to be up here with y'all tonight. If y'all have never met me or we've never talked, my name is Autumn, and I just love hanging out with y'all here at InsideOut. I thought I'd start off tonight with just maybe like a little introduction of myself so y'all can get to know me if you don't know me. I am currently a sophomore at Baylor University. Here we go. Any Bears in the room? Let's go. I love Baylor so much. It's where I met some of my closest friends. I have a sorority that I'm in there that is just so much fun. I love my major. It's so great. I decided to include a picture of the football stadium because obviously we're such a good football team that, we won like 3 games. But obviously a great football team, and wanted to include that for y'all. And then also I went to high school at Vista Ridge like a million years ago. Go Rangers. I love Vista. I was on the cheer team there. There you go. I loved being on the cheer team and just getting involved there at Vista Ridge. I loved it. I'll always be a Ranger. And it was so much fun just getting to have a group of friends there, and I'm still connected with some of my friends from high school, so that is so much fun. And then also, obviously, North Point, InsideOut, Camp 75 is a big part of my life. I have been coming to North Point for 11 years. This next summer will be my 9th boot camp in Camp 75 as an intern. So in honor of my 9th boot camp in Camp 75, which by the way, Carter said it, registration is open and y'all need to register because it will be the best 2 weeks of your summer. But in honor of me interning this summer, I decided to include some photos of myself through the years from Camp 75 and boot camp. So let's throw up that first one. This is me in 7th grade. Abby Ferguson, if you know her, and Gracie Archer were 2 of my good friends throughout middle school and going into high school. And we had so much fun just in InsideOut and Camp 75. Yeah, it was a great time back then. I guess it was America themed or something. And then also last year, I also got to intern and I got to work with my two favorite bosses, Matt and Teresa. So give it up for them. Y'all know them. And met some of my greatest friends through that as well. And then also, I work with a great team now, and I worked with a great team last year. This is us on the last night of Camp 75, which was just amazing, and I want all y'all to experience it. So obviously, register for Camp 75 coming up. But as you can see with Baylor, with Vista Ridge, and cheer, and all that fun stuff, and boot camp in North Point, I had lots of different circles of friends. I had friends in cheer, I had friends at school, I had friends at North Point, and obviously friends now at Baylor. And it's so much fun getting to be friends with all those people because friends are ultimately people that make life more enjoyable. They should make life more enjoyable in your life. And I think it's true for a lot of us that a lot of us have different circles of friends. I decided to include some examples up here, but maybe your circle of friends revolves around your football team. Maybe you're on the football team, you have early practices, late nights, I'm sure all that, like those three days, I can't imagine, but you have friends on your football team. Similarly, your baseball team or dance team, you know, you're spending a lot of time practicing with them, and so you're close to them. Or like me, maybe you have friends, a close group of friends here at church that you hang out with all the time at InsideOut and outside of church or Sunday mornings or whatever that may be. Or again, similar to me, you have a group of friends of people that go to your school because, you know, it's convenient, they're all there, and you can just form groups of friends with what you surround yourself with. But I think when we think about our friend groups or we think about our friends, we also have an idea of people that we maybe wouldn't want to be friends with, right? Someone that would maybe make our life less enjoyable. So I also made a list of that for y'all. Maybe in your life you avoid people that don't have as much as you. And I know that this can sound like materialistic and you're like, oh, well, I would never think that. But when we break it down, you're like, well, this person at my school has a cool car and a cool house and they have a pool and they have like a tennis court at their house and it'd be so cool to be friends with them because we could do all this cool stuff. And so ultimately that just means like, man, I like being friends with people that have a lot. And people that don't have as much, maybe you don't want to surround yourself with. Or maybe people that party every weekend. Maybe you're sitting here and you're saying, well, that's not my hobby. That's not what I do on the weekends. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't vape. And so I don't like hanging around those kind of people. And I don't like going to those parties. And I don't like having to be in that scene. Or for you, maybe you are in that scene and you say, I don't like to hang out with people that don't because they don't understand. They judge me. They say bad things about me behind my back. And so I'm just going to hang out with people that do the same things I do. Or maybe for you, it's I don't like hanging out with people smarter than me, prettier than me, more than me, right? Because I think we don't like to feel less than. We don't like to feel like we're smaller than someone else. So if they're not as pretty as me, or not as smart as me, or not as athletic as me, then I can be friends with them. Or simply to break it down, we don't like being friends with people that are different from us. I think a lot of the time we spend most of our time with people that are similar to us. And some of this is going to be just because of what we spend our time in. If you're always at dance practice, of course you're gonna have friends that do dance, or if you're always here at church, of course you're gonna have friends here at church. But I think it's also true that it's easy to be friends with people who are similar to us because it's what's comfortable for us. We like feeling comfortable. We like being able to laugh at the same jokes, or we like being able to relate to the same things or talk about the same things, or we like being able to believe in the same things and not have a conflict between us and our friends. But the truth is, and what I want to tell y'all tonight, that it's important to be friends with people that are different from us. And I think we can listen to a message like this and say, I am friends with people that are different from me. I mean, I'm on the football team, and I have friends on the baseball team, and so there's a difference, but that's not what I mean. I mean, ultimately, it's this question of why should we even care about being friends with people that are different from us? And the answer is simple, and we'll dive more into this, but it's because Jesus surrounded himself with people that were different from him. We're going to be going into the Gospel of Luke today, and in the story that we're looking into, there was a man named Zacchaeus. There was a man named Zacchaeus. And in this specific story, Luke was writing to Gentiles. And the reason he was writing to Gentiles is because he's talking about how this man named Zacchaeus was different, and Gentiles, a lot of the time, felt different from Jesus. They felt different from the kind of group that Jesus would hang around. Because some of Jesus' earliest followers were Jewish people. And so Gentiles, not being Jewish, they felt like, I can't be part of that crowd. I don't fit in. Those people don't want me around. So Luke is writing a story to the Gentiles to show them what Jesus actually does with people that are different from him. But going back to Zacchaeus was actually a Jewish tax collector. And what this means is he was Jewish, he was part of God's people, he was part of Jesus' people, but he was also a tax collector. And tax collectors worked for the Roman Empire. They would mistreat, they would steal, they would take money from Jewish people. So it's like Jewish people in his town viewed him as a traitor. They viewed him as someone who betrayed them. They didn't like him because obviously they were taking money. He was taking money from them and he was mistreating them. And so they didn't like Zacchaeus. And in this town of Jericho where he lived, it was a few years into Jesus' ministry, and Jesus was actually passing through Jericho. So lots of people knew of him. They were all coming to see him, see what he was going to say, see what he was going to do. And so there was huge crowds in the town of Jericho. And we can see this in Luke 9. It says, Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was so short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed to a sycamore tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. Now, I did some research into Zacchaeus, and he actually was a very short man. He was under 5 foot, and I know that can be kind of hard to grasp how short he was, but if you want to figure that out, just go see Matt after the message and do a little height comparison, because that's about how short Zacchaeus was. This is the reason why he climbed into this tree, to be able to see Jesus and see what he was talking about, see who he was interacting with. And we actually see something crazy happen. But what's important to note here is that Zacchaeus wasn't looking for special treatment, right? He wasn't expecting Jesus to talk to him or, invite him anywhere or be nice to him, because Zacchaeus thought, Jesus hates me. I mistreat his people. I'm not a kind man, and so I'm not expecting anything from Jesus. But we actually see something crazy happen when we go into the verses. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. And what's interesting about this story is that Jesus could have done a lot of things in this situation. Jesus could have ignored, condemned, or even said awful things to this man, but he didn't. He didn't. He invited him in. He invited him to come down. He said, I'm staying at your house tonight, and I'm going to have dinner with you. And it's interesting because in this time, getting invited over to someone's house and eating dinner with them was actually a, symbol of friendship, right? Like, it wasn't just like we're acquaintances and we're going to go have a meal. This meant like Jesus wanted to get to know him. He wanted to be friends with him. And even in the season of life that Zacchaeus was in, he obviously wasn't in a good season. He was stealing. He wasn't the most liked man. Jesus was sitting with him in that season. And it's important for us to note this because no matter what season of life you're in, if you're in a low season, a high season, a season where you feel close to God or where you feel far away from God, Jesus is sitting with you in that season. No matter the season, Jesus wants to sit with you in it. And this is what happened with Zacchaeus. So moving on into the story, we see it says, so he, Zacchaeus, came down at once and welcomed Jesus gladly. He welcomed him into his house. But what's interesting about this part of the story is that the people around him, the people in Jericho, didn't appreciate what Jesus had done for Zacchaeus. If we put ourselves in this situation, I mean, imagine someone at school who had hurt you and just all of a sudden joined your friend group. They had been walking around saying awful things about you, mistreating you, stealing from you, whatever it may be, and all of a sudden they're in your friend group. I personally think I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd be like, why are we inviting them in? I mean, they've been mean, they've hurt us, and now here they are. Or even you serve here at church, and all of a sudden someone at school comes to church and they start getting really involved and they start working with you wherever you're serving. You'd be like, why are you serving? They obviously aren't a kind person. They obviously aren't here for the right reasons. And this is exactly what the people in Jericho thought of Zacchaeus. We go on in the scripture to see this. It says, all the people saw this and began to mutter, he has gone to be the guest of a sinner. And as I said, if we were sitting in this situation, I think we would say the same exact thing. But Jesus wouldn't. Jesus flips the script. It's why we're in this series called Counterculture, because Jesus was counterculture. The truth is that he did things differently. He had a heart for the lost. He had a heart for Zacchaeus. He has a heart for you and me and everyone in this room and everyone that goes to your school and everyone that goes to a different school and everyone that goes to North Point and everyone that goes to InsideOut or whatever it may be. He has a heart for the lost. And Jesus surrounded himself with people that were different from him. And I think what's important for us to see here is that it's important for us to surround ourselves with people that are different from us. And I said at the beginning of the message, I think it's easy to listen to this and say, yeah, I do surround myself with people that are different from me. I mean, I surround myself with guys and girls, and we are in a big friend group, and some of them go to church and some of them don't go to church. But what he's saying here, what Jesus is representing here, is that we need to surround ourselves with people that don't know him. As Christians, it's our job to surround ourselves with people that don't know the gospel. We can't share the gospel with Christians. They already know it. They already know Jesus. They've already taken that step to get to know them. But the people that don't know Jesus and don't know the gospel are the people that we should seek. I think ultimately it's important to take note of this. We can say all day that InsideOut is a place where everyone is invited. But it won't be until we take the step to make it that way. It won't be a place where everyone is invited until we invite the people that are different from us, until we make a friend of the people that are different from us. It's easy to say, hey, I know this person that's different from me. They don't know the gospel. They don't know Jesus. And I say hi to them in the hallway. But that's not what Jesus is saying. He's saying, take them as your close friends. Meet with them on the weekly. Invite them to whatever you're doing. Invite them to have lunch with you or a coffee or whatever it may be. Surround yourself with these people that don't know Jesus, because the only way they're going to know Jesus is if they hear the story of the gospel. And ultimately, when I was sitting down to write this message, I realized something. I mentioned in the beginning of the message that I go to Baylor, and if you don't know, that's a private Christian university. So as you can imagine, 99% of the people that go to my university are Christians. I pass people all the time, and most of them are Christians. I don't know one person, I'm not good friends with one person in my life that wasn't a Christian. And that's something I realized as I was writing this message. With all my circles of friends here at North Point, at my church back in Waco, at Baylor, in the friend group that I had that I'm still close to with from high school, I didn't have one person in my life that hadn't heard the gospel, that wasn't seeking Jesus, that wasn't going to church. And ultimately, this made me feel like, wow, I mean, am I qualified to give this message when I'm not even practicing that in my own life? But I think it was a good realization for me, because now I realize you have to realize it to make a change, to make a step, to take a step to make friends with people that don't know him. So for the Christians in the room, I'm going to challenge you to really look at your life And I know that y'all don't go to private Christian universities, and so you probably come in contact with more people that aren't Christians than I do, but how many of them are you actually friends with? Are you actually pursuing daily? I want you to, in your life, pursue the people that don't know Jesus and make friends with them just like Jesus did. And if you aren't a Christian in the room, first of all, I'm gonna say sorry. And I wanna back that up with, it's hard sometimes for Christians to actually represent the love that Jesus had for us. I think a lot of the time, church, North Point, InsideOut, sometimes from an outside view, it can seem like this. It can seem like a circle where everyone knows each other and you walk in and you're like, what's going on? I don't know anyone, I don't feel comfortable, and I don't fit in. And we're sorry because we want to make InsideOut and we want to make Christianity and Jesus something that everyone is invited into, because ultimately, Jesus says that everyone is invited into just the kingdom of God and into this faith, really. And so I want to leave y'all with the truth that Jesus has a heart for the lost. If it's going out and making friends with people who aren't like you tomorrow, this week, this month, then that's what you need to go do. Or if it's stepping into InsideOut, realizing that you're welcomed here and that you're loved here, and that whatever questions you have, we want to give the answer to, or whatever you're going through, we want to show love in that situation, then I encourage you to keep on coming back, surrounding yourself with people who might be different from you, and learning about this love that Jesus has for us. I'm going to pray for us, and then we're going to break out into small groups. Heavenly Father God, I just thank you for the students in the room tonight. Lord, it's such a blessing that they come to InsideOut just to learn about you, Lord, and celebrate in your kingdom, Lord. I want you to place on their hearts this week, this month, as they go into the final stretch of school, that, Lord, we need to surround ourselves with people who are different from us. We need to surround ourselves with people who don't know you, Lord. To share your gospel, to make you known, and to make your love known to others. Lord, I pray that these students take a step into InsideOut. They keep on coming, that they ask their questions and they get them answered, Lord. And Lord, I pray for our small group time tonight that they have fulfilling conversations, Lord, that fill them up with your grace, with your love, Lord. And I pray that you just have a hand over them as they go into this time. We love you big. We need you big. Amen. If y'all don't know where to go, y'all can come up here and ask me, or there will be a map.